All right. Good morning. Oh, whoops, that's Twitter. Good. I didn't even have trading to open. That's Twitter. And every day I do that. Every day I have my stream open and I talk. Dude, what is that? The third day in a row. All right. Good morning, Oscar. Morning, fellas. Okay, so I got on late because Streamlabs was not opening. It was not opening, and I couldn't select the stream. It just wouldn't open. So, yeah. But we're good now. Bias obviously bullish for all-time highs. Right? 1 hour candle. I mean the 4 hour candle. Ripping up above. I'm not expecting it to go down there. We need to draw out the midnight open, but we're looking at the 1 hour trades down into that order block and inversion fair value gap, then trades back up higher. We don't really want to see it retest that range, and if it does, we can potentially target the low. But look how price action trades into that inversion, respects consequent encroachment, and then rips up higher. Good morning, boy. E-Rab, good morning. So we're in that 15-minute fair value gap as well. 8:30 had that crazy news. Been consolidating since. Let's grab midnight open here. Right there. Midnight open. So actually, I'm probably going to reverse bearish. Because this looks like accumulation, manipulation, distribution to those lows. I think we could potentially reverse bearish. We form equal highs. We have SMT on the highs as well. I think we could potentially reverse here. Now I'm saying that because, well, obviously we are clearly reversing at 9:30. We could either reverse, like it looks to me like a reversal. Beautiful turtle soup setup. But it looks to me like it's going down to these lows here. Because midnight open is here. We consolidated, manipulated, and now we're distributing below the lows. Good morning, Amy. We're going to play some music in a second here. Got to play some music. Whoa, too loud. There we go. Good morning, Gershom. How's it going? So again, you can see midnight open is here. Price action has traveled a lot higher than lower for midnight open. Looks like we could potentially reverse down to sale side. Use 8:30 a.m. news as manipulation. So 9:30 open had a beautiful open on Nvidia, up 3%. Reddit's up another 3.5%. It's insane. It's actually insane how good that stock is. Bitcoin's back to 113. XRP. Nothing crazy. Platinum's at 1.6. TQQQ's up 1%. Almost at all-time highs on TQQQ. We're going to keep it on NVIDIA. We're going to look at ES here. See if we have SMT. Another really nice turtle soup set up there. What's up, Dan? To be honest, I would like to see a retrace to some fair value up and continue up higher. Me too. But I mean, it looks like it's not. It looks like it wants to sell, right? We have lows here. I think we could manipulate to the downside, but it looks like accumulation, manipulation, distribution. But again, it could also be tracing into that 1 hour order block, back into the 1 hour inversion, then move back up higher. What's up, Lucky? Dude. That 4 hour BPR holding to the left. I mean, it got completely wicked past. So I'm just looking at this as a failure swing, not really it respecting the BPR. But this is a pattern called don't fucking engage yet. Boom, boom. Don't engage yet. Wait for price action to slow down. Seriously, wait for it to slow down. You're not some supernatural trader. Wait for the candles to get a little bit smaller. Setups form in this type of price action, not in this. I still have that all-time high as a draw. Think we could potentially have just retraced there. Manipulated at 930. Look at ES. Same thing. So we can maybe if we get the chance to, it goes down in soups 830 lows. We can get a turtle soup setup. But right now is not the time to look for an entry. The boom boom pattern. I reckon those relative equal highs in the 1 hour we get hit this week. Macro 950 is the best. Yes, it is. What's up, Junior Farman? So don't engage in this. This is a low probability. Like it's a high probability day today, but this is a low probability open, and you don't want to engage into it. Right now, I'm keeping my eyes on maybe turtle souping these lows right here at 830. But I'm also going to be careful. Thank you guys for the subscribers, though. We're at 2,270. Wow. We're almost at 2,300, which is the goal. Just patience. You don't have enough information to be trading yet. You just want to sit and wait for something to play out. I haven't even drank my coffee yet, so I'm yawning. So when do you look to get in? Like, what do I wait for? I wait for price action to slow down. Price action to clear up and take a form of liquidity. So far, we've wicked down lower, and we didn't take any external range liquidity. We just failure swinged. Here, right, we took the high, but we also left these highs up here, and we have the all-time highs that we can go target. But I think we'll probably retrace down lower a little bit more before going to those all-time highs. What's that gray zone I marked? Gray zone I marked. Good question. 4-hour inversion fair value gap. 1 hour. I'm looking. Right now, my eyes are on the closest sell side liquidity, and that's 8:30 a.m. news. Then it goes down here. Then it goes down here. But again, my original higher time frame bias is all-time highs, so I'm looking for that to be the manipulation draw, not my take profit draw. Can I get my first sip of the coffee, or is it still too hot? Oh my gosh. Dude, there's nothing better than that. Nvidia's almost at 4%. Nvidia is carrying the markets right now. Everything else is kind of like doing shitty, but Nvidia is kind of carrying. Broadcom as well, up 6%. It's pretty crazy how Nvidia is up like that and Broadcom's up like that and Nvidia is still also ripping up higher. One hour inversion per value gap. I know. I see it. I see it. We're just waiting for something to happen here, for some sort of internal range liquidity to be taken to then continue up higher. Trying to see where my I have a thumbnail, but I don't know where it went. There's the thumbnail for streaming. I tried to find it on my phone so I can post it on TikTok, but I just don't know where it is. So right now, literally not engaging in the markets until I see 8:30 a.m. Lows get souped. But today is finally a higher probability day. Tuesday and Monday were just not that good. Make sure you have your journals out today, because we journal every day. Okay, we souped this low. I might get a cut risk long here. Cut risk because it is still very early into the session. Need to see the swing high formed, so I'm not gonna get into this trade for another minute max. If I want extra confirmation, I could wait till that inversion gets disrespected, or that I wait till that SIBI gets disrespected. But I'm looking at a turtle soup right now. But when you take your turtle soup, you have to wait for a swing low to be formed. If you miss your trade, then you miss your trade. You have to wait for that swing low. We have SMT on those lows as well. Let's hope we get that swing low. Ideally, you want to see it with a bullish candle. Right now, it does not look like I would take it. Dude, Dan, you're always calling out these 15-second PDRs. Okay, now I need to wait for this swing low to form. So another minute before I could possibly get into this entry if I want to. Not a good body reaction. Wow, Nvidia's up 4.25%. Beautiful. Beauty. But there's also that 1 hour order block. Yes, there is. It looks like we're potentially getting this swing low. The bodies have respected that low on the 8:30 a.m. Low, but it's just not yet. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take a turtle soup with a stop loss the size of this. Right? I need a little bit more confirmation here. Patience. We can get rid of this tool because it looks like it still wants to continue off to sell down lower. You can see the 3-minute trades into that fair value gap. Doesn't touch the breaker, but is now continuing to rip down lower. I'm going to target these lows down here. Touch consequent correction of that inversion fair value gap. Souped out all of these lows as well. There's a chance we do reverse here. I see the order block, brother. Wow, Nvidia's climbing, dude. Nvidia is climbing. Hopefully we can get to all-time highs on Nvidia. Well, I'm a little bit intrigued on why the NASDAQ is not following that. Like why it's not also going up. But there's our little turtle soup. Let's see if we disrespect this fair value gap. I think I'll take this. Literally just one contract. Cut risk. Let's see. We're in that 1 minute fair value gap right now. And it's respected consequent encroachment, so I'm not going to take it just yet. What I can do is I move my stop loss to the low that was previously taken once I wait for disrespect. So look how it traded up into consequent encroachment there, right? Up into the upper half of that fair value gap, indicating that it's not as strong, but it can still respect it because the bodies are under it. But I want to see a body up here. Right now it still looks like it wants to sell off. Nvidia is almost at 5%. This is still respecting off of that SIBI there. Trades up into that 3 minute order block. Doesn't look like I want to take a long here. I'll take a short off of that order block though, because once we body below that low, I'm gonna flip my bias. I remember on I think it was NFP or something where I was long and it just ripped down lower. And I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna adjust my bias here and take a short on that order block. Cut risk though, just for the sole purpose of my ideal target is all-time highs here. But we'll see. All right, we'll see if we even body below the order block. Doesn't even look like it will. Looks like it's turtle souping again. My draws all-time highs, yes. That's a very interesting play. Okay, that's a very interesting play there. Because the body closes right exactly at that order block. I don't think I want to take it. Let's draw out the levels here. Okay, attached above mean threshold, cancels and invalidates the order block. I'm not going to take it. What's good, Zahid? Why am I bearish? I'm just bearish until these lows, but I think we could potentially reverse after taking this now. And I'm not bearish this session. I am bullish towards the all-time highs. Okay, that 3 minute looks like an insane turtle soup setup. I'm going to take that. Anticipating that we're not going to go back down there. A 3 minute turtle soup. Swing high formed. We just need to wait for this candle to close. Again, we could still also get a 5 minute turtle soup. So this low is still in play to soup. Yes, it's much stronger. Yep. All right. Let's see. Not looking like I take the turtle soup just yet. For obviously that sole purpose, we need to see a swing low form above that. The bodied past that low. Not looking too good. Still looks bearish, but it's low probability consolidating, so I'm not going to engage into the markets yet. But we'll see. We can still get a 5 minute soup. It's consolidating though. It's respecting that low. What does this turtle soup mean? It's internal range liquidity sweep targeting external range liquidity. Okay, I'm liking this now. I think I'm going to engage in the markets here. Just one contract. I'm just going to do a 1. Anticipate that this is a turtle soup on the 3-minute. Because we could still be in consolidation. We haven't broken out of it. But so far in hindsight, it's respecting that swing low. But it's cut risk, so it's not a A+ setup. Yes. It's clearly respecting that 15-minute fair value gap. And Q clearly inverted it. So the markets are decoupled. Well, I'm starting to move up higher. ES looks like it could potentially rip up soon. $3R. Check 30-second. I totally would, but I don't even have that in my subscription. I don't trade the second chart, so I didn't even buy that TradingView subscription to see it. I don't even think I can. Yeah, see. Back down to that original Sibby. I don't like that reaction after doing it. But again, I don't care if it even goes down here. It's in consolidation, and that swing low should be protected. It's actually trading back down to that down close candle, as you can see a little bit closer. Let's grab our fib and draw the levels of that. And you can see the bodies are staying above the upper quadrant of that order block. Look at how the wicks go into the lower quadrant. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Let's see where we body here. Well, remember, in order blocks, once you body below mean threshold, it invalidates it. But again, we could also just be in consolidation and... Oh, wow, okay. Okay, don't just close on my stop loss. Thank you, TradingView. Hello? I mean, that's on paper. My stop loss is hit on top step. That's why I cut risk. Unpredictable. Thank you. What the diddy, bro? Bro sees one big black candle and says, what the diddy? So I want to look for turtle soups, but now I'm going to wait for a market structure shift just based off of this consolidation. So I am still bullish. I am still bullish. Do not be expecting to flip your bias after one loss. I think we just have to wait a bit for price action to continue up. Patience, exactly. Exactly. That's all it is. Patience. It does look bearish to me though, as of right now. It's a beautiful, beautiful fair value gap reaction. Look how it barely goes into that fair value gap. It shows that it's really heavy. So maybe we could potentially be targeting these lows down here, these relative equal lows. Touch consequent encroachment, rejected to go up into the premium of the fair value gap. Let's see though. Let's see what happens. Okay, traded above consequent encroachment. Let's see where the body is. And the body goes above the fair value gap. It's that simple. You don't engage in the markets until you see a body closure. That's say if you wanted to take a short there and you take shorts just on fair value gap entries, just go in, boom, short, you would have lost. You would have lost. Now, look at what we have. Soup, BPR. Okay. Let's see if we have a higher time frame PD array that we traded into. And we have the higher time frame PD array, that 1 hour fair value gap. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to go back in along here on this inversion fair value gap. Go back, put my stop loss at that low. Retest. I'm going to put 2 contracts on this one. It is not a turtle soup and I'm a little bit more confident. But I have a lot of risk. I want to, okay, never mind. Not getting back into this. Consequent encroachment has been disrespected. So now I'm going to wait. Because of that, I'm going to wait for this high to be broken to get into long. So we almost had an entry there. But once you see consequent encroachment, either an inversion or regular fair value gap, you don't want to, once you see consequent encroachment disrespected, you don't want to engage. Right now, we're still in that consolidation. So when you're in a consolidation, you want to see an expansion. Time distortion. We're in that 950 macro though. We are in that 950 macro. By the way, PM session is not going to be streamed on YouTube. It's going to be streamed on TikTok. I had a TikTok stream the other day and it went really well. So what's up, Breezy? Still trading fundeds? Of course. I am not trading my live capital yet. I will be trading my live capital when I come back officially as a full-time trader. Hourly close here. Yeah, oh, 4-hour close as well. Like, that looks bearish. Look at that fucking wick on the 4-hour. That's one of the reasons why I'm like a little bit iffy about taking along, but you can see that there's that fair value gap. So actually the hourly fair closure is a little bit more important. Oh yeah, oh, YouTube always has more viewers than Discord. Am I paper? No, I copy trade all my trades on paper when I'm not trading my Ninja Trader. I do it so you can have executions and see it on TradingView because I do not connect. No. When I'm trading Ninja Trader, because I'm trading my Apexes, I don't connect it to TradingView because it's laggy. When I'm trading my Trade-of-8, which are my 5 accounts that I usually trade in PM session, I do connect it. So if you look at 2 streams ago, you would see me trade, or last week, you hear that order filled sound if you saw that video on TikTok. That's because I was trading on Trade-of-8 and connecting it to TradingView. But when I'm trading on Ninja Trader, I do not connect my Ninja Trader to TradingView. It's way too laggy. I personally don't like it, so I just trade on Ninja Trader and then I copy it onto paper just so you guys can have an execution. 1 minute price action is so ass. Yeah, but it's probably waiting for 10 a.m. Personal funds is always better than prop firms if you can trade personal funds. If you're at that point where you are advanced enough to do it. Rushing that process is also riskier and way worse if you lose. Remembers the same Sibia like 20 times. I know. This is screaming wait for a market structure shift. But look at that 3-minute respect on that 1 hour. 1 hour is in 2 minutes. So we could potentially have a nice, what we could do is we could soup that consolidation lows on the 4 hour, then turn up. Oh, bro, I'm in your Discord. Can you go live in Discord and YouTube? I'm just live in YouTube. I'm not going to go live in both, but I am This is my last YouTube stream of the week, and then the rest of the streams are going to be in Discord in the VIP section because I'm going to continue that out until the end of September, leave my job, and then I'll be back full-time streaming on YouTube. Beautiful. Beautiful reaction on that 1 hour fair value gap so far. And it looks like it's going to body above the inversion and the inverted BPR. The consolidation looks very bullish. Discord's live trading better than YouTube? Really? A lot of people say otherwise. Are you talking about because it's raw, like really live and there's no delay? Or is it just because it's more, Discord's more entertaining? Or... For me personally, I think YouTube's a lot better. You can see my face, but and I'm on my setup. But again, if you guys don't know, Apex is 80% off, not 90% off. I just forgot to change it again. I will change it. 80% off. All evaluations, all and reset fees are $50, and all reoccurring months are also 80% off. So make sure to utilize that discount. 80% off code Ben. What is the secret to success in trading? Discipline and persistence and psychology. You need to focus on your psychology more than your actual entry. You also need to focus on the higher time frame more than the lower time frame. That higher time frame looks bearish, dude, with that 4 hour closure. 1 hour looks like it could potentially trade up higher though. It is 10 a.m. Let's see what 10 a.m. does. That 1 hour closure was beautiful, respecting the not only the SIBI, but the inverted BPR, right? And that fair value gap. But you got to be careful because it can also trade into this 15-minute BPR and then continue back down lower because it does look bullish, but that's a really bad 4 hour close. Can't even see. That's a really bad 4 hour close. But it looks like it wants to retest that up there. So we have a nice break of structure or market structure shift, whatever you want to call it. Potential fair value gap forming and a swing low for our stop loss coupled with an order block. That is almost picture perfect for a trade. And it's during the macro right after 10 a.m. Let's hope we get that fair value gap fill. Keep making my stop loss tighter. Pause. Not pause. Pause. Your long's nice, boy. Nice breaker structure long. Now, a lot of the times price action leaves the fair value gap that breaks out of the range open. But for me, in this scenario, when we consolidate like this, I do need to see a fair value gap respect. So if I miss the trade, doesn't give me an entry, boo-hoo, we'll find another one. But I personally am going to wait for a fair value gap to be respected. Just because of that 4 hour closure. Worst case scenario, I'll find an entry above here and we target those all-time highs. Right? Anywhere in this range is where entries will be formed. Anywhere in this range is where distribution will be performed. This looks like a breakaway gap, but we could also get a quick little manipulation wick into it. So you got to be careful. Looks like we're in that 15-minute BPR now as well. So you also have to be careful taking longs. That's why, because the reason why I'm not getting in the trade on the breaker structure is because of this 15-minute BPR. If there's a chance we go down here and then we just rip past this fair value gap, right? So because we have that, I'm waiting for a fair value gap fill. I'm not just taking the breaker structure trade. And yes, there's always a chance it's just going to rip and I'll miss my entry. But that's something you have to sacrifice for higher probability. Everybody, if you are new, make sure to drop that subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 2,300 followers before the end of the stream. I stream every day. This is my last stream of the week, though. I stream every single day, AM and PM session on YouTube and TikTok. And on top of that, if you don't know who I am, I've gotten $200,000 in payouts last year, $20,000 in payouts this year. And I've been trading IC concepts for 5 years in this private mentorship. Looks like we're ripping up higher, though. We can always just catch a continuation, an IO-Fed entry, right? A little fair value gap in the range to the highs. So I'm really not worried whatsoever. We also have that 3-minute fair value gap forming as well. We'll be trading Globex during your work days. I'll be trading this on Discord. I'll be trading NASDAQ. Ripping up breaker structure. Beautiful. Minute till that new 3-minute candle. You can see we have a liquidity sweep as well. All right, draw that out. You can see that bodies are staying relatively above it, but we can also do that. New 5-minute candle. Could also retrace into the 5-minute fair value gap as well. Again, I'm waiting for that fair value gap fill. I trade inversion fair value gaps, order blocks, turtle soups, breakers, everything. I'm waiting for the 3-minute. Waiting for that 3-minute fair value gap fill. What time do I usually stop trading the AM? Probably like 11:30, 11. Nvidia's starting to rip up higher, which is absolutely beautiful. Let's see it hit 5% though. Here's our little bit of move down now. But you got to be careful that 15-minute candle, right? You got to really wait for a price to respect it. You've got to wait for a body closure on your fair value gap because of that 15-minute candle. Worst case scenario, it goes up here. You can enter into long and then put your stop loss to low. But again, we might not even go to that. So that's a sacrifice you have to make for higher probability. For me personally, I'm waiting for a fair value gap fill. Yeah, sure, Sakai's SMT on top. SMT is only formed when there's a closure, a swing low. So if it forms a swing low here, then it's SMT. Not done for the week, done YouTube streams for the week. I think your stream's delayed, WFPV. Next week, only Discord VIP stream. Yes, I have to finish out that because there's obviously paid people who want that. I have to finish that out while I leave my job and go full time. So a swing high needs to be formed. So see, it's not SMT until a swing high is formed after taking buy side. Looks like it's going to rip without retracing, or it could be waiting for that 5-minute. Either or, we gotta wait. We have to be patient. It could be waiting for the 5 minute. Then that's a lot bigger of a stop loss, but I'm willing to take that. I will just give her I'll just bring the trade up to that all-time highs. But wait, hold on. Hold on a minute. We could potentially get that 3 minute fill. That would be a lot better than the 5 minute fill. That's why patience is key, guys. You wait for a fair value gap reaction. Let's see if we can get it in this next minute before the macro ends. No, this is my last day before going back into my job, but then my last week, and then I'm gonna leave it. And then I'll be back streaming full time for the rest of the year. So we're in the fair value gap. I'm gonna get ready to take a trade, but I'm also factoring in, I'll take a forward trade here. Factoring in, I need a respect here. Need to see clear respect. Now, I don't care if it makes me have a bigger stop loss. I need to see a swing low on the 1 minute or this protected. Beautiful reaction though to that 3 minute fair value gap. Doesn't go to consequent encroachment. It stays above it, relatively above it. I'm going to get into long here. I'm going to wait for that to get inverted. Then I'll actually drag my stop loss and take the long like this to the low of that fair value gap. Still factor in that 1 minute to get traded to. But when you trade to a fair value gap and you see another PD ray get formed, you want to wait for that PD ray to get disrespected before you take a long, because we did soup that high, trade into that 15-minute BPR. There's a chance that we could reverse off of this fair value gap reaction. So right now we're bouncing in between two lower time frame PD rays. We need to wait for respect. Waiting for that 1 minute to get disrespected. Because of that 15-minute BPR. That 15, we got SMT on top? Yep. Because of that 15-minute BPR, I'm being a lot more conservative with what I pick. Right? I have that new 5-minute fair value gap as well. Looks like we're going to disrespect that, but we could travel down to that 5-minute fair value gap. Retouches it and instantly rejects lower. Thank you so much, Ghost. I appreciate it. I really do. So again, it's just, it's consolidating in two lower time frame PD arrays. This is 50-50. You do not engage until you get one of them disrespected. So just wait. Just sit on your hands, guys. We're in that 3-minute fair value gap. We're not in the 1 minute fair value gap. We're not in the 5-minute fair value gap. There's a chance we can either move lower than higher, or there's a chance we can just rip lower and take the lows again because of that 15-minute BPR. So you have to be very conservative in situations like this. We also have a failure swing on video. Thank you for the subscription, Jugador. Waiting for that disrespect. Okay, I'm gonna get in here. I'm trying to pre-predict the disrespect on the inversion. This is full risk. I haven't done full risk in a while. Have not traded full risk in a while. It's just been low probability markets. Okay, so we bodied above that fair value gap, creating an inversion fair value gap now. It should just wick into it, then trade away. You look at the 3-minute here, and it's about to form a swing low. Should attack those highs. Once it breaks those highs, it should be low resistance liquidity run to rip up. But I don't take full risk trades that often. But I have the capital to do it. I had a really good week last week. This week been very slow, so I'm open to taking a full risk trade here. Full risk is 2,000, so it's actually technically not full risk. I limit myself to 2 losses, which is a full risk and a half risk. That's my max loss limit. So even if we lose this, I can still risk a half risk trade, or a little bit less because we had a trade before that. But $6,000 is our target. Again, we bodied above that inversion. I don't like how it's failing to rip up higher, but we can just give it time, let it be patient. It's in the inversion fair value gap. It should continue up higher after this. How much is my VIP? It's 99 US a month. But it's only for 1 month left, and then I'm closing it down. Not worried about Asian lows? Not really. One thing I don't like is how that inversion fair value gap's not respecting. But again, there's that 5-minute fair value gap as well. So I'm going to get rid of this 1 minute, and I'm going to show you guys that there's this 5-minute we can go to as well. Right? So I'm not even worried if it goes down deep into my stop loss. Like, it could soup this low, then turn back up higher. That just meant I got the wrong entry. But I still believe that the bias wise, it's still fine. Just one thing I don't like is taking a trade in this BPR. But at the end of the day, guys, if you're also in this trade, you have to remember that everybody takes losses. I take losses, JCap takes losses, ICT takes losses. The profitable traders are the people that take losses and don't let it affect their mentality and their trading. You trade a system and not emotions, okay? A system and not emotions. Have you ever seen me lose on stream and go, oh, no? Because I trade off of a system. If I am entering the trade emotionally, I won't trade it. Because then I know that I'm at risk of chasing my loss if I do lose it. Okay? So you always have to be trading a system. Okay, why am I closing it? Because I want to stream on YouTube. It's better. More people get the opportunity to watch me stream, and helps out more people. The only reason why I charge for my live streams is because when I was taking time off of work doing it, I was losing money. Finally, we have a fair value gap with the line of lower block news is past now, so I'm thinking that this is just a Judas swing to take out the longs. I think we're going to continue off from here and leave that 5 minute as a breakaway gap. Now, I'll always be emotional and be happy about a win. Like, I'll go, bang, let's go. But I won't go, no, that was a loss. You know what I mean? Like, if I win this trade, I'll definitely go, let's go. Because this is a full risk trade. That's a lot of money, $6,000. So far, I don't like the lack of displacement to the upside. Just have to be patient and let the trade play out. Right? Beautiful body on the 15 minute with ES. We're just waiting for NVIDIA to reverse. We need that reversal on NVIDIA. It's because Broadcom's moving so much higher. That's why NVIDIA is failing. Yeah, MES and MNQ are a little out of sync at the moment, and MES is nearing the high of day. I don't like trading the micro charts. I trade minis because the micro charts have been decoupled this year from the actual NASDAQ. Like, yeah, micros are better because then you have more contracts to control your risk. But for me, now that I risk more because I have larger accounts, I can afford to trade minis. By the way, we are so close to our 2,300 subscriber goal. So if you're new, make sure to smash that like button, help support me get on the feed, and then smash that subscribe button. We're just waiting for this reaction, dude. Ooh, I have a stomach ache. By the way, PM session is going to be on TikTok today, not on YouTube. Micros are ass. NAS 100 is more accurate. Yeah, I like minis. I don't really like my micros. Like I like micros for the sole purpose of you're in more control of your risk management because you have more contracts. But I just don't like the fact that it's decoupled sometimes. I've gotten stopped out once where micros went and then the NASDAQ just went, and I was so mad because that's not even, I shouldn't have got stopped out there. That's not even my analysis at fault. That's literally the micro chart at fault. Take profits, all-time highs. Heavy partials here, though. But it looks like we could go into that 5-minute fair value gap now. Again, I'm not worried whatsoever. Worst case scenario, if I get wicked out here, I'm still going to keep my bullish bias. We trade up. I'll get back in for one last time. If I lose, it's daily loss limit. And you're not going to see me be emotional one bit. Trading back into that 3-minute fair value gap, though. Right now, we're bouncing in between two PD rays. So you just want to be careful. There's that 5-minute SIBI that could draw price lower. And that 15-minute, it looks like it wants to sell off. But I'm just going to sit on my hands and accept that the risk that I took was coordinated with analysis. And I'm not going to go and change it. How much do you risk on evals and fundeds? Well, depending on the eval. Let's just say 50K, I'll risk $250 per trade. When it's a 300K, I risk 2,000 per trade. Because the target's 20K. I catch a 3RR trade twice. I'm already at $13,000 roughly of profit, right? So I literally need 4 winning trades of 3R to pass my account. And that's what I do with 300Ks. That's how I passed all my 300K accounts. You just have a 5-minute fair value gap. Thank you. Didn't. So we have internal range SMT here. Beautiful. Thank you for calling that out, Breezy. That is a great sign. How much do you risk heavy on evals? Nope. I believe that the way you pass your eval is the way you will perform in your live account, regardless of how experienced you are. If you gamble your eval, you're going to be more prone to gambling your live account. And you don't want to do that. I've got the most consistency by taking the consistency in the combine. There's always a learning experience. Even if you made $3 million from trading, you can still learn trading a combine. So that is a beautiful reaction. I just want to see us displace above those highs. Like we've been consolidating there for a while. I want to see this displacement here. So, but what you can see though, rip lower, consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion. Do you take volume into account? Not really. Like I look at volume, but I don't think it matters personally. I only look at like the speed of the market when I'm looking for manipulation, not when I'm looking for a trade, unless it's IO fed. We're at 2,277 subscribers. Let's try to get 2,280. And then I think after my TikTok stream, some people will come over to the YouTube and then drop a subscription. So I think by the end of the day, we could get to 2,300. But we're just waiting for that displacement, right? It's 1021. Bro, this prop firm messaged me. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but they're a big prop firm. And they're like, hey, can you post 6 TikToks? And they're like, let us know your rate and everything. And then we'll send you a risk recording. And I sent my rate. And they haven't got back to me. It's not a crazy rate. It's actually a very cheap rate, bro. $100 per TikTok. Maybe, but she hasn't even seen the message yet. And it's been 18 hours, so she should be fine. That's one thing about social media is I'm just a regular guy. I'm not no MLM scammer or whatever. But when you grow your social media and your personal brand, it gives you so much more opportunity to be making side hustle money because companies will just ask you to post it. What is my TikTok channel? Link in the description. In my link tree, you'll see TikTok, or it's Benjamin_SMC. Or Benjamin SMC, one of the two. But you see, we're finally starting to move up higher. I'm anticipating that this 15-minute BPR is going to get disrespected. You can see ES beautiful body with that 15-minute fair value gap, right? Absolutely beautiful. That 15-minute fair value gap is the 15-minute BPR and NQ. So it should rip up higher. I hate this rejection here, though. This is really not clean. This is not clean whatsoever. Like, it's barely trading into that 5-minute, and it's rejecting heavy. We need to see an expand. When we break this high, it can't just go and then back down. It has to rip. We have to see a rip. Nvidia is back up to almost 4%. Good look. Yes, it's still consolidating, but I want to see that expansion soon. YM consolidating in that BPR or in that inversion. Here we go. We're potentially going to break this range. Again, I want to see speed now. I cannot see it go back down lower. That is not good. I'll still stay in the trade, but it's not good. Right? That is not a good sign. That looks like a turtle suit. Trading back to that inversion fair value gap, you could probably rip up higher again. We just got to be patient right now. We're in a consolidation profile. Consolidation at 9:30. I mean, like prior to 9:30, or at 9:30, we completely rip. But then after, we just consolidate. So maybe 10:30 will rip us. Looks like a nice reaction. It rips up higher, moves down lower, trades back down, and touches that volume balance to the tick. Do you see that? Volume balances are one of the most algorithmic things. If you look closely, you see that volume balance. See it goes down and touches the exact, trades right past lower, and then bodies above it. And now we're bodying up higher, which is a beautiful reaction. That is a beautiful reaction. We're resting in about $1,000 profit right now. Still got a long ways to go. Dude, guys, you don't understand what I've spent this month. It's insane. I'm actually like, I'm eating off. I'm living off of rice and beans. You don't understand how much money I spent in August. When do I decide to go break even? I'll go break even once price action takes that high. Tell me another 19-year-old dude that's spending $14,000 in a month. What? Someone just ordered shit on Amazon with my card. What? What? That's a lot of money, bro. Someone just ordered $300 of... I haven't been on Amazon in so long. We're starting to rip up higher, though. What? I didn't do that. Holy fuck. This statement alone, so this is half of a month. This is half of a month. Did I show my cards on stream? Make sure somebody's not scamming and saying it's fraud. No, but if they saw my card, you know, an Amex Platinum is a no charge limit, right? Like, you can spend $100,000 on an Amex Platinum. No, I'm just saying this statement is insane. This is half of a month. So that's how much I spent from August 16th to now. And then this is how much I spent of the month of August. 3,300, 1,400, 4,800, 647. which is absolutely crazy. I've spent way too much money. Oh, I just got recharged for GoDaddy. Yeah, I really hope that's not fraud. This price actually needs to be banned. Yeah, I thought Wednesday was going to be a lot better. But I mean, it's still moving in our direction. It's going against that BPR, which is really nice. 15-minute body closure soon. So the next 15 minutes should be a little bit more volatile. I do need to make sure that I don't get charged again. I didn't even get a notification for that Amazon charge. What time did it happen? Yesterday at 10 p.m.? No. What day is it? It's the 10th. Oops. So we're trading back down lower. Not good. Retesting that consolidation. I'm actually going to drag my stop loss potentially. Take risk off the table. Looking to drag it there. After that reaction, we traded deep into that 5-minute fair value gap. Touch consequent encroachment. I'm going to drag. Like, it looks like we can go down to that 5-minute, but it looks also bearish. I'm actually going to close now. I'm thinking on closing. That's not a good reaction. And it's not full risk worthy anymore. I'm not going to close, but I am going to take a contract off. Let's just see if I can get a profit there. I'm going to take a contract off now. Never be scared to take a contract off, by the way, guys. It's not full risk worthy trade anymore. Right? So I'm going to close it. Not close it, but I'm going to close a contract. Okay. Even though it might rip up higher, it's not worth full risk anymore. Still a big take profit, but never be scared to do that. Okay. The reason why it's not full risk anymore is because look at the consolidation. Still pretty heavy in. But I cut risk quite a bit. I like that disrespect there on that civvy. Okay, what is that though? Why is it September 8th? Purchased on September 8th. Let's see. See what card this was used for. Yeah, I know what it was. Okay, that's fine. I don't need to. That's fine. I'll pay that. My mom accidentally used my credit card on the Amazon account. I'm good. No fraud. How much you risk on each trade? My full risk trade is $2,000, but I average around $1,000 per trade. You should not be full risk trading every trade you take. Like, full risk trading should be a rare occasion. Right? And when you see price action chop around your entry, and this is not full risk probability anymore. So I took a contract off. But if we would have ripped up higher here and then continue to rip up higher, I would have kept it. Percentage wise, I honestly forget. I've been risking the same amount for so long now. Let me see. Talking about full risk though. 0.67% full risk. 6-7. I'm kidding. That's my full risk. Hey, we're at 2,280 subscribers. Yes, sir. Everybody smash that like button. How many likes are we at? If we're at 50 likes, I'll do work. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. We're at 18. Come on, we got to get that up. That's like where mine's like 3%. Well, I'm not a fucking gambler, you motherfucker. Whoever did that is a cunt. I'm kidding. Hey, Trissy, thank you for the subscription. In normal PA, this trade would have fed generations. Yeah, I know. This trade would have been amazing. Now that we have these swing lows, I'm gonna drag my stop loss to this one. I'm just minimizing risk. We went from risking 2,000 to 720. And that's what you have to do in price action like this. You have to control your risk management. I took a contract off. I lowered my ego. I lowered my pride and my greed. I saw that it was consolidating. I was going to be like, you know what? I really want to be trading full risk. I rarely do it. And when it wins, it pays. But what I don't want to do more is lose full risk. And I see it's low probability. I'm just going to take a contract off at break even. It never hurts. Goes up, I won't be upset because I'm still making 4K. So this price action is chop. Chop. I'm on long eval only, nice. Vape? Nope. This is a ledger with all my crypto in it. I'm kidding. I have a ledger though. Brother, until what day are you going to be on private? I'm starting private tomorrow, and then I'll be back at the end of September. Full time, forever. That's it. Back, forever. Until I want to retire trading, I will be back. So, what percentage do finders usually pay out profits? Finders? What do you mean finders? What do you mean question mark Oscar? Where did I learn trading? ICT. Intercircle Trader on YouTube. We're finally moving up higher. Let's see if we can get the displacement. Here's the speed I like to see. There we go. Can we get that rip above the highs though? Can we finally start getting into low resistance liquidity run territory? Can we finally get to low resistance liquidity run territory? What are you saying, bro, about Zahid? I tried to unsubscribe, but it did go down to 278. Yeah, because little do you know, I hacked your computer and made you subscriber for the rest of your life. We need to see above the highs to confirm this. Yeah, we definitely do. But I don't think we're going to get into LRLR. Maybe. But I still like how it's not ripping lower. But I don't like how it's consolidating in that 5 minute. Bro, this trade is crazy. This is so boring. Ow, I almost just tore my bicep. My bicep's so sore and I just flexed it really hard. Thank you for the subscription, whoever did that. We're at 2,281. Oh, this price action makes me want to yak. Yo, by the way, guys, the TikTok stream goes crazy, so don't miss out on the TikTok stream in the PM session, starting at 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss out on that. Okay, so actually, I've been so focused. I've been so distracted, I haven't even journaled. And if I haven't journaled, you guys haven't journaled. And everybody get out your damn pens. Get your nice little fancy pens. I got my weighted platinum Krogel pen. It's nice and gold and navy dark blue. The ballpoint tip. Very nice pen. I'm going to journal. And what I'm going to journal is I'm going to say that got into. This is personally for me. For you, what you guys should journal is what has happened. Price action left open, a 5-minute and a 1-minute fair value gap, but traded into a 3-minute and started consolidating between a 5-minute SIBI and BISI. So consolidate that. Write down what you see. Okay. I'm going to write down, got into a full risk trade, and make sure to journal things that you do that are good. You don't want to always be journaling things you do that are bad. Use TradeZilla. I've had TradeZilla for 2 years, or since they came out. Don't always journal things that are bad, because when you journal, you remember it. So journal and reward yourself by writing "Good job, Ben," "Good job," whatever your name is, and then write down your journal. So got into a full risk trade, saw it lose probability, took one contract out at break even. Good risk management. Okay. Soup these low, potentially move up. Can this chart pump up? I know this is insane. Do you have pretty much the same strategy every day? Yes, I do. I have a lot of different small strategies, but the 2 entries that I take are market structure, shift, fair value gaps, and turtle soups. And that's it. And I use 930 manipulation based off of them. So you can see 930 manipulated lower. That's why I'm taking longs. But I journal on paper. Yes, I journal on stream on paper. And then after stream, after hours, when I'm done the sessions, I go back to my paper and the timestamps that I write. I go back to my live stream, and then I journal online. I still use Notion. I don't journal on TradeZilla. I use TradeZilla to, I mean, I journal, but like not like full note journaling. I just go to track my live trades and my track record for TradeZilla, and then I back test on TradeZilla. But this consolidation is killer. Killer. If we're not moving out of this consolidation by 11, I'm closing the trade. But I remember last time I closed the trade, and then 2 minutes later, after a long consolidation, it ripped up. And that made me so mad. By the way, what do you guys think about this new shirt I got? What do you think about this new shirt? Stoozy? I don't know if you know Stoozy. It's like some stupidly overpriced shirt that I bought. I'm never going to get it again. I think it's so plain. It was about like 110 US dollars, so it's not bad. It's like 150, including tax, like $170 for one little white t-shirt. I don't sell this more anymore, you ugly cunt. Dude, sometimes I love just being completely out of pocket. One guy responded to me saying, my tweet saying last year I made 200K, this year I made 20K. I wonder why. And then a guy responds to a guy saying why, and he goes, because he's focused on selling a Discord and peddling affiliate links. And I said, I don't sell a Discord anymore, you ugly cunt. You planning to run up 20 apexes like JCap? I already have my 20 apexes. Of course I'm planning to run that shit up. I'm telling you, next year is the year of beating JCap's record. I will be a couple months deep into full-time trading. I already have my 300K accounts. I will be destroying that record. I'm going to be the youngest trader to ever do it. I'm telling you guys. Not a guru. All these gurus doing it off of live stream, then posting up with a Lamborghini that they made from affiliates and not showing the trading payouts. I'm going to do it all on live stream. crazy that you're like one of the only people to offer a free Discord, because that's not what I do it for, man. Religious or not, I am created by a guy who teaches me to help and not use. And that guy is Jesus Christ, and he teaches me to give and not take. And if he was blessed me with a skill to be able to trade and entertain at the same time with good discipline and good patience, I'm going to use that blessing to help other people, not to utilize their money. I will make my money morally right through either affiliate links, which is morally right, or trading, or YouTube. But I'm not going to deceive people. The only reason why I charged money through my previous streams is because I was working a job and purposely taking 2 hours off, which means I was losing about $130. Taking 2 hours off, I was losing $130 every day just to live stream. And I with the money I made through selling the Discord, I didn't even break even off of all the money I lost from taking 2 hours off of work. I lost money over time doing that. I haven't told them yet, Dan. Where's my take profit? My take profit is all-time highs. I become profitable, self-employed trader. We need to network. Yes, sir, brother. Dude, listen, I'm in Toronto. I'm out in Toronto a lot. Mainly in Mississauga. So if you're there, you'll probably see me around. Feel free to just say hi, dude. But yeah, dude, here's the thing. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people doubting you and saying that what you're doing is wrong. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. I went through my whole high school year getting super made fun of for what I do in trading. I was the starting varsity quarterback. Okay? I was not some nerd in the back of the corner. Everybody wanted to voice an opinion on me. Everybody. Okay? Because of my position, everybody wanted to voice an opinion. If I was some nerd trading in the background, no one would talk about me, right? But I was the quarterback. And everybody wants to either think I'm cool or shoot me down. No one wants to just ignore me. And throughout that whole high school experience, because of what I was doing, I was made fun of. People were making fun of my social media posting when I barely had followers. People make fun of me trading, saying, "Who you think you are, Andrew Tate?" And then they see me make progress. Then some of them came up to me and asked me for advice. Who am I? I'm not going to say, no, fuck you, you made fun of me. I still gave them advice. But a lot of them, still to this day, still will hate. But they're going to stay in their little fairy tale land. And I'm going to be climbing. Okay? So there's always going to be people that are going to be doing that. You still live near Oxford now? Nice, BT. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people doubting you and what you're trying to do. Now, here's a question for you. Are you going to let some low-minded, pea-sized brained individual who voices his opinion out loud change your future? Not let you go for what you want to do just because of some idiot's opinion? Are you going to let that happen, or are you going to ignore it? And dude, I'm 3 years in this game and not profitable. Dude, I wasn't profitable 3 years in. You got time, man. You got time. It clicks. Trust me. When it clicks, it clicks. Here's the thing about being successful. Do you think LeBron James and all these basketball and football players, when they were younger and told all their people, what do you want to be when you're older? And they said, I want to be a professional football player. They were like, oh, that's cute, but you got to get a normal job. You think if they would have listened to them, they would have been where they are? Do you realize that everybody in the world that's successful, all these famous people, are all regular ass human beings? They don't have any more advantage than we do. Like, I remember I used to picture these celebrities like a completely different human. And then I met some billionaires and some celebrities, and I realized they're no different. They're regular people. The only reason why there's beautiful rip up now though, maybe LRLR. The reason why they're only celebrities and successful is because they didn't let low-minded people change the outcome of their life. when you were a kid, the most successful people are the neglected people, the people that do bad in school. And why is that? It's because when you don't pay attention in school and when you don't listen to people, it makes it so they can't shut down your creativity. And when you were a kid, right? You always, when someone said, what do you want to be when you're older? It's like, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a billionaire. And then when you go through school and years of school, and hanging around other people that think the same, hard to skip the beat. Your creativity gets shut down. You stop thinking in that way. And I went through a corporate job for 1 year, and I almost gave up on trading. And I'm telling you, your creativity and your faith in yourself that you can achieve anything goes away, and it doesn't come back. Holy L pump. Yeah, I know. That was an insane fake out. I wasn't able to make a living trading until year 5. To be honest, and everyone that shit on you when you starts to ask you, yeah, exactly. Same thing with me. Most people who shit on me either has never talked to me again or asked me to put them on. Bartending's a good job though. Normal job is failure in my eyes. Doesn't matter what it pays. Exactly though. But here's the thing. Never neglect a normal job. Okay? Working a normal job is perfectly fine. What is not okay is a full-time corporate job. Think about it. It's not just, oh cool, you're making a lot of money. You are trading away 10 hours of your life a day for the rest of your life for money. You're supposed to live. Life isn't to work. Why are we working 70% of our lives? Right? Your career, that's why I said I would rather work by myself and support myself for 100 grand than work for somebody else for 700,000. First one had that drawdown on CPF Friday, come to 2K. I'm now back on this drawdown 600, so I need 1,400 to come back. I trade in plus 500 CFD, but mark my levels on NQ. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're looking at NQ, but you just gotta be careful with your stop loss, right? If you get slept. ES and NQ are opposite today, yeah. I think NQ wants to go higher. I think it's going to go higher at 2. But again, 11 o'clock comes, I'm going to close this trade wherever we are. If we haven't ripped. I'm an account manager for a tech company. Sales basically. Oh, nice. So I am an account executive and business development manager at one of the largest cybersecurity venture capitalist firms in the world. So maybe we have something to connect for. Because we do work with tech, but mainly cybersecurity. We ideally work with pre-seed, pre-revenue startups. I don't know if you know cybersecurity, but if you know a company called Sierra, we were the ones that first VC'd into them. When they were worth like a couple $100,000, they're now just got evaluated at Series E for $7 billion. That took a $20,000 investment to $50 million. Why you close at 11 o'clock? If we're still in this consolidation at 11 o'clock, I'm getting out, dude. I'm sorry. Like, it's so low probability. I'm accepting to just get another entry another day. Like, we have still not bodied above consequent correction. We just traded above consequent correction of that 5-minute fair value gap. Like, it looks prone to just in 1 second. And 11 o'clock could do that. So if you look at the 50% of the fair value gap, you are looking in the time frame it got built. Then if it spikes to the 50%, you expect the fair value gap to fail. No, if price action does not trade to 50%, I'm expecting it to respect it. But if it trades past it and bodies past it, 70% of the time it's going to fail. But sometimes what happens is it trades to it, trades down lower, trades back above, sweeps the high, trades into the premium fair value gap, bodies lower, and then trades lower, which is exactly what it's doing right now. So I dragged my stop loss from 2,000 to 720. Yeah, I see my company is a fake kid. It's not a proper SaaS. Not much opportunity for career growth either. Yeah, my company is huge for opportunity and career growth. Like, people die to work there, dude. It's a VC. I'm connected to so many CISOs and CEOs and CIOs. It's so scalable, but it's not what I love doing. This is what I love doing. And at the end of the day, it's not money that I'm working. It's for freedom. And even though it pays really well and it's a great career and I travel the world for free, it's not what I like doing. I'm headed to Jerusalem actually in October for that. So I wonder if I'll still go there. We're technically going to Cyprus. But I'm gonna stop by Jerusalem because you gotta stop there once in your life. Trading is one of the most scalable skills out there, yeah. And social media is as well. We're back into that break-even level, dude. I'm really thinking about closing this trade. I don't think there's any reason to be in it. Looks like to me ES is starting to reverse. YM has reversed. Trading is the hardest way to make easy money. No. Yeah. Trading is the hardest way to make easy money. Got to be careful. There's 6 people got shot by terrorists there yesterday in Cyprus. Well, wherever I'm going is probably this most safest place because these guys have no budget. So we're probably going to the most expensive area. Oh, in Jerusalem. Seriously? That's scary. But I'm going in October, so hopefully things calm down a little bit by then. I'm going to get out of this trade, guys. I don't think there's a reason for me to be in it. After that manipulation wick, maybe, but if we retouch that low, I'm closing. I feel like it wants that 5-minute fair value gap still. Yeah, but I'm not going for that. That's going to factor out the risk a lot. I'm going to potentially close here. And listen, it can still go up and take my take profit. I'll have a little bit of emotion there, but this is still not like, this is not probability I want to be in, guys. Okay, so this is my last strain. I'm gonna put my stop loss now to here. Those equal lows. $350 risk. This is basically nothing now. Went from 2,000 to 350. This is my last strand because you cannot be emotionally attached to your trade. You have to identify when it's low. What? I just got a MetaTrader 4 notification. I haven't gotten a MetaTrader 4 notification in years. Wow. Beautiful reaction. See if this can rip us up higher. Hopefully it does, because I'm really close to just closing my trade right now. If it moves down back to break even one more time, I'm closing. Beautiful body. Are we in LRLR finally? I think it will go break even if we displace above this high. Oh, I think I will. Yeah, I'm going break even as well. Don't you wick. Don't you be a wick. Nice. Okay, go back up above that high. Don't waste no time. Please, just go up above the high. That's all I'm asking for. As long as this is liquidity red, please. If you scan the chart, it reads out a QR code for kilo bananas. Guy's funny. What advice would you say to yourself starting 5 years ago? Slow down. Take it slow. Slow down, study, and use time. Focus more on the higher, I'd say this, focus more on the higher time frame than the lower time frame. Your entry model is not what's most important. It's your profile. It's your reasoning to looking for longs. Yeah, I'm going to close. I think I got to detach emotionally from this trade. I'm going to close it. Like, it could still win. And I'm obviously going to be upset about that. But there's no, like, it's still, I don't know. It's just, I don't like it. It's respecting that 5 minute very well. I'll drag my stop loss to that low right there. $290 I'm willing to risk. I know, Dan. It's really annoying. Let's see if that guy responded to me on Twitter that I totally just threw out an insult to. No, he didn't. Everybody make sure to follow my Twitter, Benjamin _ SMCL caps. I'm almost at 10,000 followers. 1,000 away. You got to do what you think is right. Yeah. I closed 5 minutes ago. The entry is just early. Yeah, I think what I think is right is just let it trade out. It's 290 bucks. You know what I mean? It's nowhere near my $2,000 risk. Nvidia is pushing back up to its daily high. It's almost at 5%. Nvidia can run the markets. Wow, Reddit is insane. It's back up to all-time highs, dude. This market is so crazy. I bought at the IPO and sold here. And then literally the next day it went up here and then went up back to there. I was so upset. And to this day, every day I look at it and I feel myself with regret. And I could have rebought back here, but I didn't. And I'm so upset at it. GameStop's up 5%. Haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, stopped. Okay. I'm kind of glad that I'm out of this trade. We went from risking $2,000 to managing it all the way down to $200. I am so happy that that was the outcome rather than losing a full risk trade. This session died so fast. This session died so fast. 1 minute till 11. If this rips up higher right after getting wicked out, I'm going to be a little bit upset. I don't trade with emotions, but that's going to piss me off. I just want to wait and see. P&L for the day. Negative 800. Not even a half risk loss. 290 on that previous trade. And then around 500 and... Wait. It just went black. Hello. Okay, there. 574 on the previous one. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. If this rips up here in 1 minute, I'm going to freak out. But nah, I won't. I won't freak out. I really don't care. I love how Nvidia's up though. That's beautiful. Watch it rip. I know. It's probably not going to. But guys, this is the last YouTube stream. Until the next time I'm going to go live on YouTube is when I am back full time. So make sure to subscribe, guys. If you want to watch my streams, you can do a free trial at the VIP Lions Den. I will be streaming no face cam. It'll only be for an hour. It won't be as entertaining, but I will be streaming it. But the next time you see me live on YouTube, I will be a full-time trader. Full-time. Wish me luck with this, guys. It's a lot harder than you think to leave a good job. It's like breaking up with a girl you still love. It's really hard. Even though I've never gone through that. When am I coming back? In a couple weeks. In a week or two. But, fellas, this was the last YouTube stream until I will be back as a full-time trader. Full-time trader. Thank you, Ghost. Wow, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a very tough decision to make. But I've already made it, and I already know what the right decision is to make. I can't live my whole life knowing what I could have been. So, I will be live again at 1:05 p.m. on TikTok Live. It is hard, but you won't regret following your dreams. Yeah, and you guys are witnessing it. You know what? You guys are witnessing it. Because if I do become very successful, you guys are witnessing what it takes before and who you have to be. Cool God, thank you for the subscription. I will be back better than ever. But one thing you can take away from this is when I become super successful, remember that I was just a regular guy that made a sacrifice, a leap of faith into something that was uncertain.
And because I did that and worked hard, I got rewarded. So remember that. I will remember everyone in this stream. Of course, Ghost, I remember. I remember everyone. Don't worry. Unless you, like, don't chat until next year and then say, do you remember me? Like, come on. I remember one guy came in my stream. He said, bro, why don't you remember me, you high ego fuck? And I was like, what? And I look at his chat log. All he said was, hey, how are you? Nice stream. In October of 2024. Working on the same thing. Well, I hope everything's good. I will be your biggest supporter. Hey, I'm going to Switzerland soon. World Economic Forum. But yeah, I'll see you guys next on TikTok Live, and then after that in Discord tomorrow. Oh man, it just hurts clicking end stream because I know I'm gonna go. It's literally just a couple weeks, but I'll be back. Do not leave me. Remember, I will be back full time. All right, fellas. Just Discord link in the description. TikTok Live at 1:05 p.m. And I will see you guys when I'm a full-time trader. Fuck, this feels crazy. This is my last time streaming before I'm a full-time trader. All right, I gotta let go. See you guys when I'm a full-time trader. Take care and peace.